Coming from the UK, I've always appreciated the thermal benefit of double glazed windows, but also the windows that were here, they just weren't nice, didn't look pretty. So I wanted to improve the look of the house to go with the wooden effect, but also get rid of the aluminium windows which weren't thermally efficient, didn't look nice, etc. So that was my motivation. About 5 years ago, I had 2 windows put in my kids' room at the previous house I was in. I was really pleased with them. I can't remember the name of the company I went with. So I went back to them, but because here I wanted specifically Georgian style windows, and the only thing they could come up with was either going to a third party to get the inside bit installed, or to stick them on the outside, and the cost seemed quite expensive. So then I started looking around, and you guys came up on my search, which I hadn't come across you before. So I rang you, came into the office having done my research, and met James and yourself, and I had a great conversation. And for me that was, well, I don't need to go anywhere else because your quote was good. It was better than the other people I've gone to, but it wasn't so much about that because I knew roughly how much a unit was going to cost. It was actually the whole conversation we had, the fact that you knew what you were talking about, and I felt I'd get a good service and a good product, and that's, you know, I didn't look any further from there. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, obviously, James, you were great. I mean, I instantly had a connection with you and instantly felt, you know, my daughter and I both feel very strongly that house people are here that we like. And you know, if we didn't like someone, we weren't going to use them, but I liked you straight away. I felt you were honest. I felt that your company would do a good job. And everyone that I've had contact with, whether it's to pay the bill or to find out what's happening, they've all been great. I haven't had an issue with, you know, your time frame was bang on. In terms of, you know, when the windows were available, we slightly altered the day of fitting, but that was more to fit around my work and that kind of thing. So no, I've been really happy with you guys, to the extent that I then squeezed out enough money to do the other sets of windows that I originally wanted to do in the first place. Okay, the installers were really personable, nice guys. They put maps out throughout, really clean and tidy, cleared up everything afterwards, also explained everything they were doing and took me through the windows afterwards to show, they pointed out that there was a fly screen that wasn't quite right. They were going to bring that back, and they brought it back, I think, the following week. So they were brilliant. I mean, they did a really good, tidy job, very quick with it all. But, you know, showed me what they're doing with the insulation on the inside, you know, putting the foam in and stuff like that. My daughter was fascinated watching that as well. So they were really nice. Not in a busy place, but the road's along there, it's a dirt road, and so we do notice when the windows are closed that you just don't hear the cars driving past, which is really nice. I mean, so it's not too an issue, but we also notice the actual thermal temperature in the house has improved. I mean, I haven't finished all the windows yet, but I mean, the look of them are just fantastic. The functionality, the fact you can open them in the evening. My daughter wouldn't have her window open beforehand because the fly screen right open, she felt anyone could come in and, you know, come into the room, whatever. But with these, because you can open at the top, it's fantastic. You can have all the windows open at night, let her breeze through and that sort of thing. And then if you want them open wide, you can. They're fantastic. I really like them. Exceeded. It was like all my Christmases had come at once when these windows were put in. They're just lovely, and I'd forgotten actually, until they were installed, I'd forgotten that you could open them the 2 ways. So it was like an extra little surprise. I had forgotten about that bit. But no, they've exceeded my expectations, definitely. I could recommend them for anyone. In fact, I have been. They're fantastic. Yeah, we don't use an air conditioner at all. I mean, on these hot days now, we just find literally opening the windows in the evening is enough just for any heat that might build up in the day, because bearing in mind we don't have all our windows double glazed. In terms of the winter, I mean, we have a fire going in the winter, but we notice straight away actually the difference in the rooms. We get no condensation on these windows at all on a cold night. With the aluminium windows you do. So that's, you know, that's quite a difference. So there's a moisture content, which, you know, so there's no mold issues and stuff like that. I mean, that's long term, that's going to be fantastic. Great. Last summer we were so hot sleeping, you know, fans on and all the rest of it. We were really hot. With actually at the moment, I know we've only had a few hot days, but I haven't been hot. It's great.